This is Soul Trap, Martian energy. Also, putting together another alien video. I'm gonna try to have it out by tomorrow. Because the other one's, the last one kind of bombed. I think I put that out during the holiday or on the weekend and just sort of got lost. Soul Trap energy is obviously it's like the lower dimension frequencies. But also the segue into those that are, some that are televangelists and that are spiritual televangelists, even on the spiritual metaphysics level, or corrupt podcasters. They have some of their, some of them want fame and fortune and all that, so they, or their soul has already been trapped here already due to some kind of, suicide or something that, or they wanted out of the lower dimensions, but they have to do a mission here. That's another, either like drink themselves to death in a past life, overdose, whatever it might be, in a past life somewhere, and get themselves stuck here, and they're trying to find a way out, and they get some kind of deal. But their deal is to manipulate humanity here. So they'll give you, like social media, give you a decent following. They'll give you all your stuff, and like your numbers will be good and all of that. We just use that for example. And as long as you're there to do what, as long as you're doing what you agreed to do, go swim with the dolphins in that group and put on the face on, put on the fake smile on Facebook and everything, and journey to manipulation. What are those souls attached to? Nothing good, that's for sure. Put on the friendliness energy out there, but it's all just manipulation for the long run. Obviously, I'm not going into all details there. But like the Hollywood energy, every once in a while I can pick up, not often, but I can feel the energy of a dark entity is like, join us to if you want to be famous or something like that. It's gross, but you lose part of yourself or all of yourself. Like your soul goes to the journey, but you have no control over it. Let's put it that way. So, it's like you're Britney Spears, and now you're Britney Spears, but you have no control over your life. That's one way of looking at it. At least that's what I pick up from that. I don't go too deep into that. I don't really like that much into it, but soul trap energy. Of course, there's all these different ways of looking. Even parents can sell themselves out. It's like, okay, well, we're bringing an angel being in here that's supposed to do good, and we'll just beat the shit out of them. We'll be terrible parents. Oh, you're here to help people? Oh, yeah, we're gonna rip that out of you. So, it's a war planet. So, in that regard, with that, more of that, that's the real, people are looking out for the truth of things. It's, it's usually at home. It's not the stuff people want to hear. They want to hear about the secret space program, like some army general and whatever the hell it is. That doesn't mean a damn thing. It might, for some, it might mean it because they're still unraveling a lot of that. For the majority, it's like, it's really the small stuff. It's about your life here in general. It's like, who is in your life that try to manipulate you or try to take you down? Is it the parents? Is it the friends? A lot of times it can be a friend. It can be both. It can be brother, sister, whatever. I don't think. I guess sometimes it can be an animal. Yeah, I guess so. When dogs get taken over, cats can get manipulated to some level, and so on. Yeah, it's just it all depends. Because then a lot of manipulators, of course, they're on this sob story too. Oh, this happened to me and that happened to me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They have to put their sob story out to make people to get people to feel sorry for them or whatever the hell it is. It's like the turn into manipulation in their dolphin swimming. Same shit there. Yeah. So yeah, it's a lot of I mean, this old trap energy. Yeah, it's just. I mean, there's some, was it rip the band-aid off, but when you do that, people don't want to hear it anyway. Or they don't believe it. So why bother? I mean, it's true. Actually, it's true. So, people don't give a shit. Some do. Most don't. Most are in delusional la land, getting high all the time. And then they get high all the time, I guess and through the manipulation, of course, it doesn't mean they get their soul hijacked, but that can be misguided. Well, it's like, yeah, well, information obviously is like eating the wrong type of food, listening to the wrong type of music, so it's the same shit. So, but it's part of the journey, though. Breaking out of it's a whole nother story, though. Yeah, you have to be careful with those that say they're saying the truth, obviously. They even put in the title of their whatever. It's like it's probably just more like manipulation than anything else. It's like they put the truth in their title of what they're doing, their podcast, whatever. It's like probably because it's not the truth, or like the opposite. Journey to deception. And they put smiles and they look like everyday people and so on. Yada yada yada. Yeah, it's like a vampire coming in and just slowly grabbing those that are unaware. It is kind of like abuse in some ways. It's going after the vulnerable, but they have every right to do it because people here are so damn lost. Whatever. I guess you can say they have a right, but it doesn't mean they're not being watched. It doesn't mean that. I mean, watched on a higher level, alien level, and all that. It's like, yeah, we see what you're doing. Yeah, it's just like the FBI and all that when they're chasing fugitives and shit. Yeah, just go, just go live your life. And live among everyone, but it doesn't mean that they'll be caught eventually. Same shit. So, yeah, they can change their ways. That would be good. Yeah, you can. Yeah, if they sold themselves out, they can. I think they can break that contract, but it's not as lucrative. It's not as fun. You lose a lot of the perks. People see for what you really are, but you can't. I think you can, or just die. I don't know how that works exactly. I don't know. Because then, yeah, because they might say they're on your side, but they really aren't still. They say they are. They get exposed a little bit, and they say, oh, we're on your side, when they really aren't. And you just go on to that whole deal. Yeah, whatever. It's a big loss. When you got a good thing going of manipulating the audience, it's hard to let that go. Like I said, I'm not sure if they can let it go. When you have a contract there, your soul is kind of sold out, technically. I'm not sure if they can ever break free, but probably not. Unless they die. Something has that. The Martian energy, yeah, connected to Mars is just toxic frequency. And I'm not talking about Mars more. I mean, I'm talking about Mars energy that's here. Can also be good too at some level. They do have a sense of style, they have knowledge, of course. That's not manipulated, but a lot of it is toxic. There's a lot of power there, but it's derived through war. Of course, a lot of them remove the feminine. Of course, they're bringing the feminine back, but of course, they're manipulating a lot of the feminine here. It's just, yeah, because I think Mars removed the female side, or some portion, not all of it. I guess you could say that's why in some Asian cultures, yeah, where they're, yeah, buying fake women and all that. You can say the Martian energy has something to do with that. Yeah, you can say that. I haven't thought about that. The Martian energy, which makes a lot of sense actually. Never really thought about it. Yeah, the Martian energy, because it's more male based. I mean, if you're going to be a female, it's fine, but be more masculine. Just be more like us. Be more like a pumped up jock, basically. If you're going to be, I mean, obviously that female is there, but in Mars, but they prefer more of the male energy, the power, whatever that is. Well, it has to do with the war planet energy. Let's put it that way. What do you call it? The Greek, Spartans. That's very Martian. Yeah, we could take that wherever we want. Yeah. But you could say the Mars energy is why it's so hard to find a relationship here, which makes a lot of sense. Which I didn't think about that. So this is why that's why there's such a divide there too. It is a manipulation for sure, for damn sure, in culture and everything, our DNA. To kind of keep us all single, right? And you connect to the wrong people, and it's very Martian-like manipulation, the relationship energies, because you're not really connected to your equal, or you're connected to sometimes your opposite, and whatever it might be. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, though. Yeah, Mars is the reason why people are single. Yeah, in the sense of mixed up, chemistry to just really a divide. Yeah, and of course the feminine became extremely toxic, and the masculine became toxic. They're both just destroying each other. And so, I mean, it just has to be balanced. You can still have the Martian energy, just it needs to be healed, basically. How you do that? Yeah, the Martians, yeah, which makes just so much damn sense. To destroy a society, destroy the relationship of the family, and they did it to themselves. So they came here and did it here. Even Catholic religion, where they're the priesthood, even the nuns, that has something to do with it. Devoted to God, or whatever the fuck that is. Devoted to something. But it's just really to poison the well. Not the priesthood, though. I mean, but the Martian energy is there to poison, society. But yeah, the breakdown of family relations. So, jeez. Talk about a silent assassin. And you do it in the past, and then it becomes like a domino effect. It's hard to heal that shit. Of course, now it feels like it's worse. It was never that great in the beginning, but now it's, of course, society is dying technically, or the world is dying to some level. It's not dead yet, but actually feels pretty lifeless. But whatever. Well, if you're part of the manipulation energy, if you're part of the dark side, this world's working out just great, right? You're getting whatever you want. like I said, you're swimming with the dolphins and couldn't tell everybody how truthful you are when you really aren't. So yeah, of course the well has been poisoned there. So yeah, I mean, Mars is connected to Orion, so it's basically assassinate the family line and everything, and just now how do you fix it? Oh well, become more aware of it is one way. I don't know, fixing it. So repairing your own timeline to connect to the right family, the positive family line, even for a partner. It can be done. They just don't make it easy, as you can see. But a lot of fear energy out there. Yeah, obviously, and you can blame the elites and all of that. But the Martian is the elite. At least the Martian. I'm gonna get like Vatican assassin. It's kind of like that. But it's yeah. But the Martian energy is this bit. Well, even the Martian frequency of abuse in the family, that's Mars. Just violent, anything connected to violence. I mean, obviously there's a Syrian energy, but also the Syrians were invaded by Mars or Orion, however you want to look at it. The dog has been, how you can program a dog, right? You can program us similar. Not exactly. If people say dogs are stupid, well, humans are pretty dumb too, so in their own dumb way, right? So, why do we keep doing the same stupid things? So that's the Syrian connection, but the brainwashing is similar to what's going on with the canines too, just different, of course. So yeah, I wonder where our Syrian connection is. It's how how the canine is manipulated. We're manipulated, and like I said, it's very similar. So in a cat, it's hard to you notice a few lines. I mean, they're not perfect. They can get kind of crazy, but they're hard to program. You can train them, I guess, but not easily. Like a dog can train it. They just can't, right? Because they're also there to help too, and people are here to help too. But also you get people to help, and also get people to be weaponized. With cats, they're a little bit more independent and spiritually connected, you can say. So they clear out demonic energies, ghosts, things like that do help us. So they might not be the most liked, they might have the best attitudes, they might tell us how in some cases tell their family to F themselves. Well, sometimes the cats are justified, sometimes the cats are evil. It all depends. Like they take a mouse, or they catch a mouse or something, and they play with it before they kill it. It's like, man, dude, that's a tribal shit. Whatever, right? But yeah, so it's interesting because I've connected to Mars before, but usually I channel their energies. This is the first time I really, I guess you could say we're going through some kind of. Yeah, because I never really made that connection. I never really thought about it, really. As you evolve, things start to evolve. That's why, of course, obviously the demonic beings here and all this, that we don't see, are doing everything you can to drive us insane. Try to get us to kill ourselves, drink yourself to death, destroy yourself. They're doing everything you can to self-destruct. And it's not easy to get through all that. It's kind of like the siren energies in some ways. It's like when Odysseus has to strap himself to the boat to listen. You plug your ears up so you can't hear the sirens because they have knowledge. There's similarities to that because there are beings here trying to. We're getting knowledge here by always. Demonic beings have a lot of knowledge, and that's why we're here. We're learning from their, galactic wars, whatever it might be. But we're also being tested by them at the same time. We don't see them. So it's kind of like the sirens, meaning like, we're learning, but we're not aware that we're learning. But of course, you can get crazy and drink a lot. That's why resting is important. Easier said than done, right? But they want to, so that's why it's funny how they make alcohol, legal, right? That should not be legal at all. It should be just devoured trash. I mean, it can be used for like medical reasons, but you shouldn't be drinking like a shitload of it, because it fucks you up. It disconnects you from everything. Obviously, that's why it's available everywhere. And it's even cheap, I think, in some cases. Yeah, to keep us disconnected. So it's but either way, you get through the manipulations that you're just in everyday life, and age, you do move up a level. Getting there is a whole nother story. I guess it is the journey. But yeah, it's getting through, because and then all of a sudden you get more knowledge about how this is all done. Like you improve with age, right? You pass certain. It's like a game, like you said that in the past. You pass a certain level, and then I don't know if they can fully I don't know. Just some of them have to leave you alone, but of course, then you have others messing with you. It just never fucking ends, does it? But either way, the main thing here is the Martian manipulation. And you think about Mars, and you look, feel. I mean, of course, some people are obsessed with the secret space program and living La La Land over there. It's like it's all here, but it's hard to tap into, because they don't want you messing with. They don't want you getting into it. They want you just think about something else. Don't think about us. And it's hard to tap. Yeah, like I said, it's hard to feel how they're doing things here. I'm not sure if you want to know. But the truth is out there. I mean, the real truth. And I don't think it's very easy. Well, it is. Obviously, the heroes start looking more like the villains over time, depending on the situation. Not always. I can say some of the Masons have some awareness of that. Now, like the Masons, just use an example, some of them have sold out, obviously, some of them not, but they're also, the elite frequencies there to, I don't know, direct all this to some level. Of course, they're run with government, and they don't have all the answers either. They have a certain awareness to some level, but they don't know. But I guess you can say they know what to look for. Even if they don't know, they just have they have certain teachings that most of us don't have, not that you need it. Not their type, at least. Yeah, because they kind of have some things handed to them. Because they're born in these elite families and all that, so they're taught to think a certain way. But so you can say you're kind of going in that direction on a spiritual level without selling your soul out. So you're gaining knowledge similar to theirs, but you're just not here to manipulate people. But you are getting to a spiritual enlightenment, so you can see things more clearly. But the Martian energy is just, keep your society ignorant. Well, that's working. It's similar to the Archon, of course. And it just, obviously is a playground. And just to keep the confusion going on. So, I guess you can say what I'm getting at is like, do these beings reveal themselves after a while? They can, like those controlling society. I think they can at, I'm not sure how that works exactly, but I have some idea. Yeah. Of course, if you meet some of these elites, obviously they might try to point into their nonsense, which probably won't work. No, most of them won't work, at least. Or some of them won't work. The journey to manipulation people, well, their souls are already gone. Well, the audience can free themselves, but the people doing that crap, I think their souls are kind of already damned, but, whatever. So, that was different. All right, we'll leave it at that. Right, so